Okay, here we go. Modern life. Do this, don't do that. Think this, don't think that. Eat curdled grapes, don't eat lobster. All this other crazy crap. Nearly everything that's bad for us at one point was thought to be good. I mean, at one point, they were actually, in the 1800s, they were actually prescribing tapeworms to help you lose weight. Which I'm guessing must be horrified if you've ever seen the state of something like that falling out your butt. Um. Okay. A little bit of perspective here. If you count arrows, I've been shot. If you count the Air Force and one divorce, I've been homeless twice. A few other bells and whistles going on with me. I've got a divot in my skull from when I was working for a company that painted airplanes. I walked into a stationary prop, got a concussion and a neck compression, and 30 years later I have arthritis in my neck. I got hurt on another job site, and I've got a bone spur in my back. I got, fun little thing with my thyroid where if I don't take this stuff that stamps down on it, I have little things like a resting heart rate. Sitting there, all but meditating. 200 beats per minute. Yeah. It's like driving your car around in first gear. You'll get there, but it's hard on the machinery. Some stuff for heart meds. I got a couple other things going on. The upside for all of that is back in May, I was working for a company that turns shipping containers into buildings. Working on their paint side. Cool. Well, they merged with someone else and they managed to royally screw the pooch for their administration. Meaning they've got almost $100,000 worth of inventory sitting there getting rained on, waiting for the paperwork to clear to get a check. Now, this wasn't a case of, hi, we're done with you, get. They actually kept me till the end of the week, and actually it's the first time I've ever been fired with an apology. Well, leading up to this by several years, I had been going to bed hurting, waking up hurting. So you take over the counters, right? Talking to my doctor, and they're like, we're going to schedule some tests. I'm like, why? Turns out, with all the over-the-counter pain meds I was taking, they were worried about my liver turning into liquid snot. Apparently I was under the limit or overbuilt or whatever. But it means it's like, okay, something has to change. Cool. So I figured I'd make a virtue out of necessity, punch the disability button and see what happens. Well, when you punch the disability button, they tell you, okay, fill out these forms, here's your pain survey, give me a survey of what you do all day and how you do it. Here's all this other stuff. Go fetch. Okay, so I do. I hire a law firm to walk my case through because for damn sure if I do it, it's going to take 6 years. And they say, okay, great, we got your case file started the best you can hope for. 200 days. Not 200 days it's done, it's the best you can hope for. Okay. So, okay, 200 days. What do I do for 200 days without a damned income? Well, I wind up selling everything I own. I had some silver for a rainy day, and guess what? It's now pouring. That's now gone. Anything I could have sold for $1 is almost gone. And I'm like, okay. Since I'm out of a job, can I get unemployment? So I drive down to the biggest town, park a couple of blocks away, walk my leggies in, finish the paperwork on them, and there's like, cool. About 10 days later, I get this return back from, okay, we're going to have to deny you. I'm like, okay, why? They're like, well, okay. For you to be unemployed, you have to be employable. Come again? Yeah. For you to be unemployed, you have to be able to be employed. Okay, dopey me. I was actually honest on the forms. I didn't claim to be, because lying on federal forms, there's a non-zero chance somebody sees it, then you got to pay it back. There's potential court appearances. It's a whole ordeal. So stupid me, I was honest. The dude doing my survey was actually almost in tears. I said, okay, what the frag am I supposed to do? If I'm too messed up to hold a job, I have to tell you I'm too messed up to hold a job. And the best I can hope for is 200 days disability. Best I can hope for. Moving at the speed of government. 200 days. Two. Meanwhile, I've given up on my car. It's paid for, but my buddy is driving it because it's got better gas mileage. He's paying the insurance. Cool. So I'm saving wear and tear on his car. Fine. Besides that, driving around with arthritis in your neck makes it hurt. Anyway, so I'm talking with this desk drone. I'm like, okay, what the actual hell am I supposed to do? I'm too jacked up to hold a job. Therefore, I can't have disability. Therefore, I can't have unemployment. The little dude was actually almost crying. He's like, I can't do anything. Okay, my dude, hold on. He was like that, just that one short of hey, because he understood. But he's working for a government entity. And logic and rules in government, pick one. So I get an apology for him, and I can hear him going for the box of tissues. I got lawyers going for, running through my paperwork. Okay, the first one's denied. That's sent back. Here's this. Here's that. And one of the stipulations is you cannot have more than $1,200 in your account at any given time, or this all gets kicked back, returned to zero. You're screwed. Sign on the bottom line. Start over at best. Okay. My ex. It's only been 7 years, and I've been unable to get her off of a joint account. So I tell the lawyers what's going on. It's a joint account. I haven't pulled it. You can subpoena the English. God damn it. You can subpoena the bank records and all of this. I haven't taken her money. You can see how much my stuff is. All of this happy garbage. Good. Cool. I almost succeed in nuking the joint accounts. I actually have to pay money to reduce a joint account to zero. Because I can't take her money? Okay. I get almost everything dealt with. I finally get the bank gal to understand that I can't take her money. I don't want her money. It involves, like, pooching at this point 7 months of work with a lawyer firm. 3 days later, they send me a check for whatever was sloshing around in the bilges of the joint account. So, I box it up, I mail it back to my ex. She gets it. If you're sensing a thing of foreboding here, you're correct. Manages to deposit it into a joint savings account that's not supposed to exist and that I cannot close nor touch. So this morning was calling her up, getting her to remove it. Tomorrow I get to call the bank again, make certain that account is now at zero. Attempting for the third time to dupe this damn account so that I can prove conclusively in a court of law that I can't touch her money. I haven't taken her money. I don't want her money. In the meantime, I'm worrying about $5 to be able to balance paying my phone and the copay for the thyroid and heart drugs keeping me from exploding in the middle of the night. I'm having to refuse enough money to keep me solvent for 6 months. So I have a chance of chasing down disability. Meanwhile, the last time I went in and got my kidneys microwaved, the little tech there, right? You get a kidney stone the big size of your pinky nail. Most patients are laying on the bed going, ah, wishing for good drugs. I've been carrying around some version of this. I've had my kidney stones blown up like 4 different times now. And at any given time, I have between 1 and 2 centimeter and a half golf balls floating around in my kidneys. Little tech in back, her eyes are like this because she's wondering how I am vertical, verbal, and making jokes. Instead of lying on the floor like the usual, going, ah, wishing for opiates. The answer is I've been hurt enough. I have a freakishly high pain tolerance, and you can get used to anything if you carry it long enough. When I was 14, 15, I thought I can grow up, it all makes sense, it's going to get better. No. You figure out as you get older, all you can do is jump through the hoops and try to keep all the different government dragons and agencies and corporations and banks from actually talking with one another. So you're sitting here tap dancing along through the minefield of your life trying to keep all this shit in the air. One more act and I'm hoping for a big finish. Despite it all, I do feel hopeful. Despite it all, things are going to work out. I just want to document the chaos. Have a nice day.